Welcome back to the channel, guys. It's March 2nd. First and foremost, I want to apologize for not posting any videos. I've been busy with work, so I run my own business, and then I just needed to take a break from the car. I didn't make it to Eurotripping. I did go, but the car didn't go because I had an issue with my hydraulic clutch. So the hydraulic system was working, but I had a bad pedal in the car, which I had to replace. I had to get a new one. And as you could tell, you can't get new ones. So I had to order a new clutch pedal because the clutch pedal that I had was bending and it had a bad kink in it. So I had to get a secondhand one. I had to order one on eBay. We put those in, so clutch is working now and I could get it in gear. It was something that I didn't check immediately, assuming that I just needed to bleed the hydraulic system. I thought I was going to get it all running, and I didn't. So I didn't want to, take a chance. So I waited for that part. I took care of that a couple of days ago. As you can see, I got the dash taken apart again because I was bleeding the hydraulic clutch that's in there. And also, I just want to take the time out didn't want to rush anything. I just needed to get to work. So what I'm going to do today, Saturday, tomorrow, Sunday, is I'm going to pull the fenders off. So this way, when I put the knee bar in, I could get it correctly. So if you guys are going to put the cabriolet and the knee bar in, the way you do it is you take your two fenders off. You put 2x4s on the bottom here to push that knee bar up and to get the dashboard in place. Once you get that in, you'll see where the holes are for the knee bar. And once the fenders are off, you could drill in this direction outside of the car and then put bolts to hold your knee bar in. It's going to be a lot easier to do it that way than trying to get a drill bit inside here and then trying to put rib nuts in there. That takes way too much time. I got a little bug in the video. So that's what I'm going to work on today. And then, try to clean these wires up back here a little bit, get the dash back in place. And then another situation that I had was from running rear disc brakes and running the Willwoods in the front, which are the 4-piston brakes. I needed to order a new master cylinder. So I'm using a Scirocco brake booster. And then I needed to order a new master cylinder because the one I had didn't work correctly. So I ordered that master cylinder from Mementos. And if you go on their website, they have the whole kits for your Willwood. So you could get like the master cylinder from them. You could get the whole kit from them, or you could buy parts from Summit Racing, then get the master cylinder from them. So I fixed my brakes. That's good. Now I'm mocking where, because I want to have my stock box in here because I just think it looks better. And as you can see, I got this silicone holes here that doesn't work. And then I bought a new one of these because my old one was kind of leaking. So I bought a new one of these. And then this is from the other day from us messing with it. So now I got to figure out how I'm going to make this work because I got the power steering here and then this is here. So I might have to move some things around because I want this to look legit. And right now it's not looking legit. So I also at Eurotrip and I ran into Sal from S&P. Go looking out to Sal. I picked up the adapters. So these are the AC adapters. If you're going to put AC adapters, Sal from S&P, he has these. So reach out to him. Let him know what engine you have so that he could give you the adapters that fit your mk1 or your mk2 to go on your compressor. And then once they go on, you can see they look like this. They screw on and then this goes on the compressor. So I got that line. And then I got the other line right here, which is the line that goes on the bottom. And as you can see, I got that fitting on there, which goes in the compressor. So I have my two pieces. And then this other hose goes on that one's already connected. This one goes on the condenser. And then all I got to do is just get the low line from the dryer down to the bottom of the condenser. I got to get that made, which I have one over there, the orange one over there, which is mocked up. Right there, I got the length on it, I got the adapters, and I just gotta bring it to an AC place so they could put a hose on it. Then I could go ahead and get the AC going. So that's kind of where I'm at. Like I said, I just didn't want to rush it. I went through a lot trying to get this car ready, and I didn't want to take any chances in bringing it over there. Also on my wrap, I got a bubble here. So I'm gonna have to order some new wrap material, and I got that from Metro Restyling. So if you guys are looking for any wrap material or PPF, look up Metro Restyling. They're out of Michigan. They usually ship in 3 days, but that's where I bought my wrap. And how much wrap that I used here? I used 60 feet. So, and I ran out. So, you want to have enough in case you mess up. So assuming you're doing a bigger car, you want to probably try to make sure you have more than 60 feet. So I'm going to go ahead and order another 10, 30 feet. This way I could do my 2 fenders. And then I wanted to fix this bottom piece here because I put a little piece there. Also, you know, once you wrap the car, if it's sunny outside, you want to get it out in the heat and let the wrap do its thing. Okay. I also have to fix my back of my headliner. Some of it's fallen off. I didn't really pay that much attention to it, and you can see the car is super dusty because I haven't paid any attention to it. But tomorrow, what we're doing to it tomorrow is fenders are coming off. I got to fix the dash and the knee bar. We're going to put all that back together, clean up the wiring, get this thing squared away inside so we could be, you know, ready to drive. And then we're going to go ahead and fix these 2 little things here, get them in the right place, fix the hose line. We're going to put the fuel pressure regulator sensor in, the oil pressure sensor in, get these AC lines hooked up. And then I do remember I got to order this piece for it's like a evaporator or something, which I thought I had a brand new one. And we put one in, but I think this is a secondary one. So I got to go ahead and put this piece in the air box inside the dash. So those are things we're going to take care of tomorrow. My buddy's coming through tomorrow. But let me show you guys what I did in the time off. I did grab this pinstripe stuff on Amazon. And it's really thin, as you can see. It's thinner than my nail. But I was able to go ahead and wrap the back bumpers to give it that GTI look. See? And then I got the emblem in, the Volkswagen emblem in. So that's kind of cool. And definitely got the RML wheels in. I don't know if you guys seen that before. Got the wheels on it. What am I running? I'm running 195 50s by 15s. If you guys are doing a VR6 swap, I suggest you get these are 15 by 8s, but I suggest you get the 15 by 7s. I was just more afraid that I wasn't going to clear, but as you can see, I got my whole finger in here and I'm clearing the wheelwoods in here, so that's pretty good. The back fit really nice, but since the geometry is different on the front because of the engine, they kind of stick out a little bit. So I might have to reach out to RML and then buy 2 additional rims, 15 by 7s. This way I could push this in a little bit and then leave the 15 by 8s in the back. 15 by 8s definitely work, so grab those. 16s are just too much. Every time I look at 16-inch rims, they just look too big, man. These cars just look perfect with 15s. So that's what I would do. But I'm going to change these 2 front ones, and this way I could get the offset to go in a little bit. I'm running no spacers, all right? So they work perfectly fine. What else, dude? So that's kind of where I'm at. That's why I kind of took a standstill. And then there's other little things I need to test. Like when this car was being repainted by the last owner, when he started doing all the body work and everything, he removed one of the windshield wipers because years ago that was like the thing. So I got one windshield wiper. I just got to make sure that works. I haven't tested that. It's just been a lot. Like every time you're building one of these cars, or you guys that are out there building it, you know that you don't get the correct part, or they'll send you a part, then the part's bent, or something's wrong with it, or you get a part, you assume that it works, and then it don't work, then you're out looking for another one, or you buy a part, and then knowing that you needed it because you found it, and then you're not using that part for another 3 to 4 months later, and then you realize 4 months later that part didn't work, and then you're out buying it again. So, I mean, you know, building one of these cars, you're constantly buying parts more than once, more than twice. So, it's just a pain in the ass. But this car has definitely come built a lot faster than the red car. I mean, that was a whole bunch of issues to put a 1.8T. Honestly, 1.8T builds are like a pain in the ass. If you look at TDC shop, like he has 1.8Ts on stands outside, and then he checks all the harnesses and he starts them. So that's a cool way to go. If you could start the engine outside of the car first, and then make sure you got all your stuff. Definitely get your mounts from S&P. Definitely get your your radiator from S&P. I recommend that with the intercooler on it if you're doing a 1.8T. If you're doing a VR6 swap, either it's a R36 or R32 or 24 valve like this, I would definitely suggest getting the radiator from S&P and getting their motor mounts. I seen a lot of like the bad motor swaps when I was at Euro tripping. That just was like, I don't even know how and why they did this. Like their car ran, but like motor mounts were like welded. Air intake boxes, they had like hoses that they got at AutoZone. I'm not out to do that. Either you're gonna do a show car and you're just gonna have your engine in there and nothing else, and none of your wiring and your rain tray is gone, then that's fine. But that's a show car that you take to shows. That's a car that has no AC, no power steering, so the enjoyment of driving that car is probably not the best in the world. I'm trying to build a daily driver, you know, so I do have power steering here. I have air conditioning because I'm in Florida. I eliminated the heat. I could still put the heat in, but I just didn't run the heater lines in because I don't need them out here. It's hot as hell, you know. And if I ever do sell this car and it goes up north, all they got to do is run the two lines for the coolant, and then that'll turn on. So that's kind of what I'm going for. You know, of course, I am going to get the car painted eventually one day because I'm not going to stick to doing this whole wrap thing forever. It was just now to just try to get to the show and just to get it out. Eventually, when everything's dialed down, when I could get this, you know, make sure that the shakedown goes well, that I don't have any issues with the car, then I'll go ahead and, you know, get the car repainted. Another situation that I found here was even through Eurorise and doing the stress bar, when I run the stress bar across, it kind of hits here. So when the engine moves, it vibrates, which causes an issue with the throttle body. So now I can't even put the stress bar here. And, you know, with the lip of the hood, it'll hit the stress bar. So that's got eliminated. And you can see there's like a dent here where the stress bar hit. So that sucks because I need to come up with another solution for the stress bar, unless I can make one that goes here, comes up, and then comes down and then behind the engine and come up across to kind of give it that support. So most likely later, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have to invent my own. My son's a welder, so I could get with him to try to get one mocked up. Also, the X brace from S&P, it didn't fit, and I don't know why. Most likely it was from the Tectonics downpipe. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to extend the X brace that I have from Eurowise. I'm going to have my son weld it and put that in. I do have the back brace on in the back, as you can see right there. It's hard to see, but I do have that in place. You can see it right there. I am thinking, you know, I want to tighten up the car. And the reason being, if you guys notice on your car, and correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, when I jack this car up, you know, on the plug point, I can't open the door because the car flex. You know, these cars have a flex to them. So that's why I'm trying to brace the car on the top and then brace the bottom so I don't have that flexibility. I was looking for a roll cage, not that I want one, but Summit Racing has a roll cage that it goes up and around. All right, so now you got your 2 points, and then it has a point this way and a point that way, so it's a 4 point. They make the one with the crossbar. I'm not going to get that one. I'm going to get the one that just the 4 point this way, 1, 2, 3, 4, without the bar, in case I decide to run a rear seat in here. Like if I get bored of this, or maybe if I'm hearing too much noise, then the seat itself will just take some of the damping noise off. When I get my 2 front seats done, I'm going to get a quote to get my rear seats done, because I do have a set of old Rabbit seats right here that I want to get redone. So that's kind of where I'm at, guys. I am going to keep you guys updated. So we are going to be going for a drive. So the next video that I put out is going to be all this corrected over here. Okay. The dashboard and the knee bar is going to be in the right place. I'm going to take, you know, you'll see that in the next video, how I do that and how we fix this. So I'm going to put that on, then us driving it. So all that's going to, you know, today's Saturday. By tomorrow, hopefully I should have all that sorted out, and then we should be able to go for a drive and see how this thing does. You know, of course, not going to be 100% done. There's some miscellaneous. We got to shake it down, make sure we don't got no leaks, probably run the AutoZone, go get a new hose, because as you can see, this is effed up here, and I got to figure out where I'm going to put it, because I really do like the look of this air box here. This is from an MK7 Golf R. I used to have a Golf R MK7, and this was the box for it. It just looks, it looks like it belongs there. You know what I'm saying? Super cool. So that's what we're doing. I did change the emblem on the top. That's black now. Put the GTI thing there. My brother has one of those things in red, the catch can. So I'm going to see if he sends that to me. But right now it doesn't look that bad. And we'll go from there. So if you guys got any comments, go ahead and comment below. And again, my apologies for not posting any videos. I know you guys probably been waiting. You guys have your own builds and need ideas, but hopefully this video lets you know where I'm at and helps you with your build. And then just stay tuned, because I got 2 more videos I'm putting out this week. And then from there, I'll start putting out more videos as I get down to it with the car. And thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and give me a thumbs up and turn that notification bell, because that really helps me out. Thanks, guys.